Right, everybody. Um, all right. Let's get going. We have a couple announcements tonight. Um, okay, Super Weekend is coming up. So, and I know lots of people are going to be catching the recording. That's okay. So we want to make sure like tonight's going to be really effective for the people that are on this call. But if your camera is off, find a space to go to sit down with your notebook and do this call, because this is not a listen call. This is a take a participation call. A lot of people, including, myself, like the past couple weeks have just been enjoying the holidays. I hope you guys have been too. And now it's like, all right, January is coming. Let's get down to business. It's exciting. There's a lot. It's an exciting time. Bring on 2023, not only for our business, but for our personal goals. Like we are the resolution business, the transformation business, so it's a really, really exciting time. And congrats for you for getting on this call, because I know it's yeah, we want to make the most of it. And we know people will be catching the recording. So first things first, I put that post in the coach group today, basically saying like, hey, to people that have not been coaching or fallen off the radar or canceled their coach account and are still in that group or whatever the case is, do you want to hit reset? So make sure that if it's not you, it's tagging your team. Like go through your sponsorship drill down and see who there is that you could tag in that post. What we're going to be doing is the second, I think we had said, Erin, did we say the second week of the month on the Thursday or on the Wednesday, we're going to do a like restarting call. It's just going to be one call with this group of people that are looking to restart coaching, where we can sort of re-inspire and strategize with them to help them with a game plan on how they can restart coaching. The second announcement is that we are moving our team calls to Tuesday nights. We're really excited about it. So is Crush Nation, and so is the Slay Squad. So Crush Nation is obviously Jamie and Kim. Slay Squad is like their upline, Lindsay Matway, and sort of all like tons of these top coaches like Julie Boris, what's her name? Anyway, like literally all the top coaches are involved in this Slay Squad. And what they do is they host a call every single week. Sometimes it's high level, sometimes it's like right on the money. But what we've decided is that we're going to pick and choose when we use that as our team call and when we don't. So like, for example, in January on the 31st, it's Julie Boris, or no, it's, shit, I forget her name. We're Trina Gray. Yeah. We're going to be using Trina Gray's call because it's a Tuesday night at the same time as our team call, because she's incredible. And she's so down to earth. She speaks at coach level. And I know that will be great for our team, but I feel like our team isn't really taking advantage of those calls because it's too many calls. Right. And I know for me, if I don't catch it live, I very rarely listen to the recording. Unless it's like a must listen situation. I don't have time to listen to like dozens of hour-long recordings. So we're doing this in order to collaborate a little bit more in the future, but also still remain with our Sisterhood team calls. But we want to do the same thing with Crush. Like say there's a launch, or say there's something. Kim has some incredible strengths that we don't always capitalize on. Like we don't use her to the capacity that we could, because it's too many freaking calls. So we've decided with Kim to do our team calls on the same night. She's going to host hers. We're going to host ours. It really doesn't affect anyone because not a lot of our team is getting on their calls. But now if we do feel there's a topic that is really best combined, or maybe she should host, or maybe there's a call that Erin and I or a leader on this team should host for their team as well, we can do that without disrupting the team call sort of schedule and without adding an additional call to everybody's sort of coach load. So we're pumped about that. The power hours were on Tuesdays. And so we were thinking of moving those to Wednesdays, obviously with feedback from everyone. Sarah, I know that you love those power hours. So let me know what you think about that. And we'll start to roll out a schedule to sign up for Wednesday power hours. Super weekend is coming up, guys. Make sure that you go on the Beachbody website, you punch in your postal code, your zip code, and you figure out where the closest super weekend is to you. Even if you don't know anybody in your area, it's important you go to these events because it gives you a connection to the company that you can't get sitting on the other side of this screen. Even us, we are not Beachbody. We are our own businesses, right? Doing it our own way. But there's something to be said about getting a little bit of that like body blue Kool-Aid in your veins and seeing other people around you, doing a live workout, all those kinds of things. So I'm really excited. I'm traveling to Ottawa and speaking at the Ottawa event. And I've been thinking about it a lot. And I'm like really ready to pour my heart and soul out to that group of people. We're on that note, we're also doing a diamond dinner. So for anybody who is lifetime diamond, that means if you've ever hit diamond, since you've been a coach, you are invited to this dinner. Erin's taking care of the reso. I don't think our spot is announced yet, but it's going to be Thursday, January 5th at 6 p.m. Sorry, we had a lot of announcements today. Last one. We are opening a Sisterhood Coaches bod group, which is everyone is welcome to join. I know since not everyone is maybe Erin or I's personally sponsored coach, we're going to put the link in the coach group and basically a place to show up with the people that are showing up. Because often our client groups can get quiet or people get unmotivated and you're constantly carrying the load. And we learned last year when we did Coach Miss, that was more of a challenge group for coaches, how incredible it was. And a space to like talk coach things. Cause sometimes it's like, maybe you're a coach, but you're really like, you know, a hobby coach and you're holding back on talking about coach things in your challenge group because there's clients in there, right? So it's just a space for all coaches of all like hobby to like building a massive business to be in community and roll call together to keep you on your journey, because the thing that's going to help you propel your business forward more than anything in 2023 is your own personal journey. So I hope that you guys are excited about that, about your own personal journey, and that you'll show up for the other coaches. And I do think we should have accountability partners in there. Like, I hate accountability partners for clients. I don't know why, but I think for this group, it could be really cool. You know, like maybe a coach that you don't know and you need to like when they're showing up and call them out. And the thing I love about it being on VOG groups is that we can see who did the workouts. Like you can't fake that. So that's all the announcements I have. Erin is going to kick off the meat of this call.
Yeah, I'm super, super excited about the Sisterhood Coaches group because I feel like it's a gap missing for us right now, right? It's hard to really get to know each other outside of just chats and team calls or team events. And this, I really feel like will be an opportunity for us to connect more on a deeper level every single freaking day. So that's amazing. No pressure to actually be in there. No pressure to like and comment on everybody's things. Use it for yourself. It's your space. All right. So tonight we are checking in. Like show of hands, how many people haven't really done much work over the holidays so far? Right? Like amazing. You've had a good time. You've had a great holiday. You've been with your family. You've been with your friends. You've been more present, right? Like that's awesome. And that's what this business is about truly also disconnecting, taking time with your family, taking time for you. And I'm really trying to allow myself between December 26th and January 1st to really actually rest and disconnect and be present and do all those things. So good for you if you're doing that. And all those people who are watching the recording and maybe you had commitments tonight or you're spending time with your family tonight, like awesome. I applaud you. I think that's awesome. But I do think truly like a small amount of preparation time, planning time, connecting time during this week really freaking adds up and helps you so much come the new year. So that's why this call tonight, we wanted it to be action-based. We wanted it to really help you so that come January, you don't feel already behind. You feel like armed with a plan, a strategy, and just a way to like move forward and execute. Okay. So if you've been coming on our marketing calls for the last few months, Courtney and I have really trying to do this like rinse, repeat, continue, rinse, wash, repeat, continue, because it is the same thing every month. And we want you guys to start getting confident with planning your marketing plan for the next month. Okay. So if you joined us in doing this for November, December, there's 3 things that we really want to have every single month, right? And if you are more of a hobby coach and you're not up for the extent of doing this, that's okay. But maybe this is something to aspire to do. Or maybe if you're looking to do this more intensively this year, coming January, maybe this is something you're going to start doing. But the 3 things are some sort of free offering, your challenge group, and then your coach opportunity. Okay. So let's first and foremost get out a calendar. And I really want you guys to start thinking about what you're going to offer in January. Okay. Have you started to think about maybe doing some sort of free offering? Okay. Now, the free offering could be a free group. It could be a 2 or 3 day free group that you do on BOG groups. Could be a 2 or day 3 free group that you do on Facebook. It could be something based on nutrition. It could be something where you offer free workouts. It could be something totally freaking different. Maybe it's a decluttering your house group. I know Courtney's doing one that's really focused on nutrition. She had a super cool idea about, what was it called, Court?
How food fights depression.
And that's really based on what she's reading right now. Very cool. For me, I'm thinking of doing something more of like a free offering. So not necessarily a free group, but a free offering. And I'm putting together like a See the Good Morning freebie that I'm going to start sending out. So think about whether that's a free PDF. Maybe that's free meditation. Maybe you're trying to get into meditation this year and you can have a free meditation you're offering. Maybe that's a group, but really just something that you can offer that's free. In any conversation you're having, geez, man, like right now, like financially, times are tough. So there are going to be a lot of financial objections. So you want to make sure that you have some sort of free offering to equip people and serve them, even when they're not able to join you. Okay. So I want to give you a few minutes right now to even think about what your free offering is. If you know what you're doing, add it to the chat. Sarah is doing a 2-day free group starting tomorrow, creating the videos so I can upload them on YouTube and make it a resource. So what's the content? Like what's your group all about?
So it's a 2-day goal setting workshop, but instead of like just doing it in a Facebook group and then after the 2 days it's done, I'm going to pre-record the videos instead of doing them live, and then just take all the content that I did, put it into a document, and like then I can send it to whoever throughout the year, right? Come March, I don't have to be like, oh, that would have been perfect for you. It's like, great, I have everything saved. Here's the PDF, you know?
Very, very cool.
And it aligns with what we've been talking about, guys, right? So if you're doing a free Facebook group, make sure that you're still using those free enroll forms. So in order to get in the Facebook group, they need to send you their email, and then you can send them an email saying, so excited you're interested in this group. Here's the link to join. Because then as you, like Sarah, that's such a good idea to pre-record and upload. Afterwards, you can email everyone and say, like, whether or not you popped into that group or not, here are the resources, right? So you're hitting them at multiple angles. It's so smart.
And I really hope that this isn't a stress. I know for me, sometimes I'm like, oh God, what am I going to offer? I don't know. I really want you to think about where you're at right now. Like, what is a struggle for you? What are you really hoping to focus on in 2023? Because if you're interested in that and you're reading about that and you're soaking that all up, that makes your group interesting for you and you will be more excited to do that, right? I know Jen Milks has been really focusing on doing kind of like the sober-ish stuff because she's focused on that. Like, think about what you really want to focus on in 2023, maybe in January. Maybe there's a book you want to do and you want to do a free book club and community. Like, it can be anything. It truly can. And the more you focus on doing something that you're excited about, the better the energy will be in the group and the better you'll actually attract. Okay. So anybody else have ideas on what your free group is going to be? Nat, Haley, Jen, we can do some brainstorming and like, this is a super informal call too. We want it to make it useful for you guys. So if you have ideas or you're struggling, like, speak up. We are here to freaking help. Yeah, morning routine, habit hack group, 3 days. And listen, this doesn't need to be like I'm not an expert, I'm not a professional. Like, if you're feeling that way, then use resources from experts or from professionals. Like, I know that Mel Robbins has done different free things, or you can take free offerings from online and just bring people together in community, right? Often, I love to look at our role as the community builder, the people that bring you together to do this together. Okay. So once you have your free offering, that's our number one thing. The next thing is coming up with what you're going to do for your challenge group. And your challenge group, I know a lot of us are doing Sure Thing. If that's what you're doing, that makes it easy this month. If you're not sure about doing Sure Thing, maybe you're doing the body block, or maybe you're doing cycle program, or whatever it is, you got to try and think of your free group offering and your challenge group. Okay, so many other ideas here. Simplified goal setting for January, build belief. Okay, so Haley, that's the thing. Not sure about timing. This is the thing. You want to map out what your things are, and then you want to get your calendar and map out the timing of them. Okay, so if you have your free offering, you know what your challenge group idea is, and we already know we're doing our What is Coaching promotion on January 26th. Okay, so for me, I take out my calendar, I put my coaching promotion January 26th. What is coaching called there? And I map out the like week before that is my promo for what is coaching. Then I know I want to start my challenge group on January 9th. So January 9th and the week before is my promo for that. So that leaves a whole week in between there that I can put my free group where it works for me, and then my promo in between. So having a physical calendar for me is everything, because I can map out the things I'm sure of. I can do the free group anytime, right? But I know when I want to do my challenge group, I for sure want to start. And we talked about this in the last marketing plan scheduling. If you want to do Lacey Green's new program and start that, she's starting that. I think it was the first Monday of March, right? March 6th, maybe? Yeah, March 6th. So if you are doing Sure Thing, you want to be sure to start it by January 9th so that the 8 weeks match up and you're good to go for Lacey Green for March 6th. Okay, that's just an extra clip there. So for me, I'm doing Sure Thing the latest January 9th. And I want to have extra time to try and onboard more people before that. So I'm putting it at January 9th, not January 2nd. But then that leaves me a whole week and a half. No, sorry, like 2 weeks until what I'm promoting for What is Coaching. So that's where I'm going to put my free group in there, because I'm done advertising Sure Thing. That started, I'm moving on, but now I have something to offer other people. So that's where the calendar comes into play. You want to pick your 3 things first and then start mapping them out. Now we're doing our What is Coaching call on January 26th, but that doesn't mean that has to be your coaching opportunity call, right? Like Courtney did a super cool individual coaching opportunity call a few months ago, or was that November, Court? And you can do something on your own, or maybe you want to partner with another coach and do your own kind of coach community group or call or webinar. You can think of something that's more specific to you and your niche. Okay. But I want you guys to now, if you have it ready in the chat, your free offering, your challenge group, and your coach opportunity. Those are the 3 things we really want to think of every single month and map it out on the calendar. I would really go to say the 4th thing you want to think about is who the hell this is for. Who is your niche? Who are the people that these groups are for? Who are you inviting to Sure Thing? Who are you inviting to your free group? Who are you inviting to that coach opportunity call? And the more clear you can get on that niche, that target market, those people, the easier it is to figure out what free offering it is. Like, what do these people need? What are they struggling with right now? What is an offering that you can give these people? All right, so I'm launching my own community January 1st. My free group will be Authentically Me. Wow, that is amazing. Yeah, Haley, I love that. I always thought that my free group was pre-challenge group, and I felt the pressure to get it in first. I get that, but for me, that that free group is where you can mix it around easier. And those people you can loop in after, they can loop into your next one that's coming. You're always going to have a challenge group the next month, right? Nadia, love your question. What is a challenge group? The challenge group is your community. That's where you have your clients, and that's where you're supporting them in doing these programs and showing up for themselves, doing their workouts, doing the nutrition plan. The challenge group is kind of what Beachbody or Body coins your community. And that could be a bod group. That could be a Facebook group. That could be a WhatsApp chat. That could be a messenger chat. You kind of determine what you want your challenge group to look like, what the forum is or format, but that's where you house your clients. That's where you encourage them, support them. And maybe like for a lot of us, we kind of come together in that community and choose a program that we're going to do together and all try and do that together. That's why I was saying, pick one of what you're going to do and what you're inviting to for the next one. Got it. Okay. Awesome. But
So
yeah,
I think now we want to really like dive into this, right? So if this feels overwhelming for you, let's break it down into the majority of the people on the call are currently going to be advertising for their challenge group starting in January. Whether you're starting the 2nd or the 9th, we all pretty much fall into this category, right? We're helping you try to forecast further into Jan and get into the rhythm of doing that. But right now we're focused on this next challenge group. So what we're going to do right now is actually do that. So we're going to go into our community and make sure, I'd say we do this for at least 20 minutes. Make sure that we've touched base with every single member, sent them a message, asking them about their goals for 2023 and seeing if they want to start the program that you're going to be doing, whether that's Sure Thing or whatever. If you've already sent them that message, there's going to be a lot of people that didn't respond to you. Nudge them. You're not hosting a community for a bunch of ghosters. You're just not. You're a real human and you deserve a response. So nudge them and say, hey, are you still interested in being in the community? This is what we're doing. Would love to hear back from you. Like, I find it super fucking annoying. And so I just nudge them to death until they respond to me. Like, then don't be in here. Or you could take a nicer approach, but that's just an idea. Okay, let's do that for 20 minutes. Let's go nudge all of the people in our community and see and get a list going. If you haven't started a list already, who's doing this with you? So I literally haven't started a list, guys. You are not behind. Sure Thing, January 9th. Now I'm gonna go find some people to do it with me. Okay, let's go.
yeah, I'm going to add to that. Like, how do you nudge? I've done some like teaser things in my group and did like a poll, like where are you at right now? Like checking in, you can do some sort of a poll. And so that people have more of a passive aggressive way to say, I'm interested, I'm not interested. You can post like a teaser of the program and say like, who's excited for this, who's in, or I literally just go through the people in my group and message them and say, hey, happy holidays. How are you doing? Checking in. What's your plan for January? Like, you are their accountability coach. Do not be afraid to check in with them and be like, what's your plan? Because from my experience, everybody I've checked in with, they're like, yeah, I need a plan. They're like, what's the plan? They're waiting for you to tell them what the plan is, right? So have confidence that you are their coach. You want to check in, you want to offer them a plan and help them get set up for January. I want to share this too. In my community today, I did the poll. The poll I did was checking in. How are we doing? I know holidays can be hard for so many, so wanted to check in. And I did the at everybody so that people get to see it. And then the options on my poll was Christmas was hard, holiday mode on, resting and reflecting, bring on 2023, my gut needs a reset. Haha. And then that for me, like that's pressure off. Where are you at? And that gives me an opportunity to check in with these people and be like, hey, saw Christmas is hard. How are you doing? Or hey, saw your gut needs a reset. Where are we at? Okay, guys. So if you spent a lot of time now connecting with people in your community, maybe you did a post or a poll check in, or maybe you've been messaging everybody in your community, that's awesome. If you still have more people to connect with, I would still keep doing that. Like spend time to connect with people, check in how their holidays are doing and how their January and what their plan is for January. If you feel as though you've already connected with every from your community, I would now shift over to your social media and shift to looking for new people and inviting new people to your challenge group, right? But again, no pressure. If you're only looking to do 30 minutes a day, or maybe you're just doing this power hour and then you're going to loop back to tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow you focus on doing something on your stories, talking about what your challenge group is going to be and inviting people in your stories. And then connecting with people, new people to invite them to your January 2nd or January 9th boot camp, challenge group, whatever you're calling it. But try and focus over the next 5, 6 days, week on like finding those pockets of time that you're willing to do this for. Maybe that's 20 minutes, maybe that's 30 minutes, maybe you're taking the week off, but figure out when you're going to get your time in to invite people to these challenge groups. All right. So next, we have about 10 minutes left. Let's spend the next 10 minutes make sure you have your plan, make sure you have your calendar, make sure you have your answer to the 4 things, your free group, your challenge group, your coaching opportunity, and your niche, who you're actually looking for. And now let's start to shift to going to seeing people, new people joining our group, new people following our stories, new people we can expand to, new people for our challenge groups.
All right, guys, we are going to wrap it up. I needed this so bad. I went through and messaged, I think I probably got through 30 or 40 people in my community. I needed that so badly. So that feels really good. I hope that you were able to get some good work in too. And sometimes it's just like you just need that one working hour to ignite the excitement and the fire, right? To keep going and to keep doing the thing. So Erin and I are really, really excited about what's coming in 2023. We've had lots of conversations about what we want to do with the team calls, the leadership, all the things, and we're more to building this business with you guys. So thanks for popping on tonight. You guys have a happy sort of weird week in between, and you find lots of incredible women to start something with you and change their freaking life in January, because that's what this business is about. So bye, guys.